Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your message. I'm Erica. I am a psychic medium, oracle prophetess. Welcome to Gypsy Cowgirl Tarot, Pillar of Light channel. If you are here, you are absolutely divinely guided and here for a reason. So welcome in, my loves. All right, so Cappies. Oh goodness, Cappy. You guys are one of the cardinal signs, you know, Capricorn, Aries, Cancer, and Libra. You guys are the leaders of the zodiac, of all the zodiacs. You guys are the leadership. You guys are the cardinal signs. And that is who you are. You are a natural born leader, right? It just feels like, it feels like you've been trying to lead your life from a place of lack. And I'm getting like feeling overwhelmed, feeling depleted. And then I also heard a song for you guys before I sat down to record. I started tuning into your energy. Because if I'm like, okay, I'm going to record Capricorn next or whatever, then my channels are already open. They already open and they already start tuning in to what I need to share with you guys. I'm getting, okay, first of all, I'm getting something about swans. Okay, so swans, you know, they speak of beauty and grace. They're a very like divine energy. I'm also getting something about like ballet or like Swan Lake, but like I'm literally like getting like something about ballet. So you could be like someone who connects with that. Maybe used to be a ballet dancer, or that's something that you're passionate about. But anyways, the swan energy, the swan frequency for me is that it's like beauty and grace. And the swan is very connected to soulmates, twin flame energy. So that could all be very relevant. I just saw 2-2. So yeah, there's definitely something here about like a divine soulmate, okay, who's kind of maybe like fluttering around, orbiting in your energy field, in your mind, in your heart. But let's go back to the song. Okay, so I heard a song for you guys, and it was by Journey, and it was Don't Stop Believin', right? Like, don't stop believing, right? Hold on to that feeling, right? Okay, so very popular song, right? So it's a message for you though, Capricorn, like in this moment of life, like whatever is going on with you, wherever you're at in your journey, whatever you've been moving through, whatever you've been dealing with, like your spirit guides, your angels, your higher self is like, don't stop believing. Like, don't become, you know, jaded or disgruntled. Like, don't let that stuff like pull you down. And I don't think it is, because again, you guys are Capricorn. Like, you guys are absolute like warrior leaders. Okay. You're also hustlers. Like, Capricorns are known to be the hustlers of the zodiacs. And so I'm kind of getting like, you know what, let's start with the tarot. Let's get like an overall energy here with the tarot. Actually, I'm being called to use this deck. Hold on. Okay. Sorry guys, I always have to like follow where I'm being guided intuitively to channel with, you know, what deck I'm going to use. So, okay. So, yeah. So, like, don't stop believing. Oh, my God. Look. Well, right there. Don't stop believing. Look at that. You've been in. Okay. Here we go, Capricorn. Here we go. Bottom of the deck. Like, normally I would not take cards without shuffling, but this is crazy because I was reaching across to grab this tarot deck, and then my higher self was like, no, use this tarot deck. And on the bottom of the deck is the Three of Swords. And this is Libra energy, okay? So you could be connected to a Libra. Yeah, bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups, Scorpio and Pisces. It's like all the water signs, like all three water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. But this is speaking very, 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 very clearly about like you've been processing some kind of deep emotional pain. Okay. But it's like, what's crazy is I split the deck on the Sun card with the Three of Swords. So this speaks of like happiness and joy, and like this is absolute bliss, and it's enlightenment, it's awakening, it's like victory, it's divine masculine. Like, okay, there's this woman on the horse, there's also this woman under the umbrella. And I just started hearing that song by Rihanna, that you can stand under my umbrella, which is like a song about like someone who's like, you know, basically like, I've got you, like when it's raining down in your life, like I've got you. Okay. So again, there might be something about that. Okay. And then look at King of Cups. We saw the Ace of Cups. So there's definitely some kind of like love, emotional stuff going on here, but let's talk about what's going on in the past, recent past. It speaks of like emotional pain, disillusionment, sorrow, heartbreak, depression, tears, loss, misunderstandings, and grief. Okay, but like the flip side, so this is how I actually saw the card. It was actually reversed like this, in a recovery. So Capricorn, you've been in a recovery, overcoming sorrow. You're overcoming sorrow, and through your pain, through your sorrow, through your heartbreak, you are finding more light. It's like the light is returning within you. Happiness and joy is starting to like come back again, instead of just being like a fleeting moment in your reality. Like there's something about like losing yourself there for a while, and that's basically like what we all go through, right? Like we all have to lose ourselves to find ourselves, basically, right? And so that's what it feels like is happening here with you guys. Now, the recovery says overcoming sorrow, reconciliations, letting go, healing, a release, forgiveness, feeling optimistic and hopeful. And I feel like that's the Sun card. Enter Sun card. After the rain, after the storms. So you are, or you have been in recovery mode, healing mode, overcoming sorrow, overcoming loss. And now it's like, I feel like the light, right, is returning inside of you. And that's actually bringing like more healing for you. But I'm actually, you know, this card speaks of forgiveness and optimism and hope and all that. And that's what I see. I just like the light is like, the flame inside of you is starting to ignite and burn bright again. And I just feel like for a long time, your inner flame was burning very low, very dim. And now it's like, you know, like an inferno of light and fire. And Leo is fire. The sun is, you know, most people can, you know, they think of like astrology and they think of the sun and they think of it as a planet, but the sun is actually not a planet. The sun is a star. It's a huge ball of fiery gas. You know, it's not actually a planet. It's a star. And that could also be relevant. The sun, the moon, the stars. I'm kind of getting like this feeling of someone views you as their sun, moon, and stars, or you may be the one who's feeling like this about someone else. But I honestly just feel like you have not been in a place where you have been, like now you are, because this is like where you've been and kind of like what you're moving through and like what's all, you know. So for me, it's like, here comes the sun. Like here comes the radiant, successful, warm, optimistic, positive, like fun Capricorn. Okay. Cause I feel like that person was like, they were like gone for a while, and like now it's like coming back. Okay. A lot of inner child healing, you know what I mean? But you definitely have had some like stuff around like your ego, like distortion of the ego, like basically like just kind of like letting go these like old versions of yourself. Like I'm no longer this person. I no longer like desire these things or want those things or like those things, you know, like I've changed. And that's basically, I think, your overall message is you've been overcoming sorrow. And now you're stepping in, or you're feeling this return of radiant sunshine energy. And okay, so now I'm gonna shuffle. Now I'm gonna shuffle. If this is resonating, you guys, please be sure to claim it by liking the video or commenting. But definitely like the video. Tie your energy into this channel more, so in the future I pull even more accurately on your. Even though this is collective, I can say very specific things. It happens all the time that could pertain to literally just one person, you know. There's something about truth, warmth, happiness, an energy rush. Like, I feel like you've been tired. I feel like you've been depleted. I feel like there's also a lot of like intuitive feelings, like you're just like, I need to like change things about myself. I need to change things about my lifestyle or my life. I'm hearing I need to get healthier. That speaks of vitality. Like, it's something like where you, like, you're Capricorn, so you're always powerful. I know you guys because I'm a Libra. I'm one of the cardinal signs right along with you. I get it. And I have Capricorn planetary placements. I have several in my astrology houses. So, you know, I very much understand the energy here. And I honestly feel like too, like there's some like forgiveness, like forgiving your past, forgiving people from the past, and more than anything, Capricorn, like, cause I'm getting like holding grudges. Okay. Like, we're just letting stuff go now. Right. Like, and it doesn't mean you're like condoning the behaviors of other people, because we might forgive, but we will never forget. Right. Like, we might forgive. Okay. Because forgiveness is freeing and liberating and healing for us to do. To forgive other people is actually really healing. It's like so toxic and unhealthy, literally, for our bodies and our mind and our heart, to hold grudges and to hold resentments and to hold anger and rage and all that, right? So we are like letting that go, okay? But we will never forget, okay? So you're like in this place, Capricorn, where you used to lack boundaries with people and people pushed your boundaries. They crossed the boundaries. And now you're in a place where you're like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Like, I am not falling for it. I'm not being gaslit. Like, I don't care what you say. I don't care what you even, like, I don't care what you do. Because it does feel like, well, first of all, we are in Mercury retrograde, and Mercury, when the planet Mercury is in retrograde, it's a planet of communication, technology, like different things, Gemini energy. But anyways, it is known in a retrograde phase for people from the past to resurface. And sometimes it's people that you're like, I welcome these people with open arms. It's good to hear from you. And sometimes it's people from your past that were connected to all of this pain and sorrow and heartbreak or loss. And when they try to return, that's what I'm seeing. It's like, nope, I don't think so, hard pass. Like, you're not playing around with people anymore. And then bottom of the deck, yeah, the Hermit. You've been in a hermit isolation mode. Like, I just feel like you kind of have just been doing what you need to do to heal, to keep on going, keep on surviving. But you're in a place now where you're more like, yeah, see the Hermit. It says spiritual mastery with the Sun card and with this pain, because pain is a portal, meaning like sometimes when we experience some kind of very like painful heartbreak or grief or you know, we lose someone close to us or something, it can literally, sometimes that starts our spiritual awakening. Like, it cracks us open, or it cracks us open even more. Okay, through the pain. Again, it's like the crack, the darkness, though, the pain is how the light gets in. It's like how the light returns. But you have to go through this first. So, yeah, I'm hearing karmic contracts completed. Like, if you were asking for some kind of prayer, sign, synchronicity to be like, am I done with this? You know, universe, is this officially like over, completed? Yes, the answer is yes. And the Sun card also, by the way, if you have like certain like questions in your heart or something like that, the Sun card, because the Sun is connected to the heart. Okay, so this might be a big, because it's like the biggest yes confirmation or the biggest yes answer you could possibly receive. So for some of you guys, if there's like some kind of question that's weighing on your heart, that's coming from the heart and the soul, not from the ego. I'm not talking about questions from the ego. I'm talking about questions from the heart and the soul. Then your answer is yes. I'm hearing yes, move forward. Yes, proceed. Yes, be seen. Yes, speak your truth. Okay. Well, that's what you guys have been doing, I think. I think you guys are like not holding back. Like your Capricorns pretty much like, Capricorns are pretty edgy. Like Capricorns usually don't have a hard time speaking their truth, but that's pure Capricorn energy. Like it also depends on your other placements. It depends on your, you know, your like who you are as a soul and your soul blueprints, and like all of that ties in, you know. So I think for some reason or the next Capricorn, like you are having a hard time like saying no to people, or you know, people pleasing, or you know, feeling like I always have to like help everyone and do everything, and that's Capricorn energy for sure. My dad is a Capricorn. I am very, very well acquainted with Capricorns. That's what you guys often have a hard time doing, even though like you have no problem speaking your truth in other areas. For some reason with like work or like, you know, it'd be like someone calling you up and being like, hey, you know, I'm moving out of my place, you know, can you come help me like move heavy furniture and like, you know, like, you know, it's like, that's the kind of stuff like people call on Capricorns for. Like, can you come help me with this? Can you come help me with that? And I think you're just like, no, like I've been doing this like my whole like life, and I'm like, no, like I'm in the hermit mode right now. I'm healing, I'm overcoming sorrow, like, and part of the way Capricorns do process stuff is by working and staying busy. But sometimes that it's like to a fault. It's like sometimes you guys can go a little too far into that, where you're actually using work or busyness, making money, you know, projects, whatever you got to do. You actually start using that as an excuse, like a band-aid to like, you know what I mean? Like bypass your healing. And this time around, whatever you've been moving through, the universe, God, they're not letting you bypass your healing anymore. Like it's time for you to face the music. It's time for you to face the demons, the shadow, the difficulty, the resistance, like whatever it is in your life. Okay. If it upsets other people, you're like, don't care. That's a you problem. That's not a me problem. If me isolating, if me healing, if me being in a hermit mode, if me pulling back my energy, if me taking the time that I need for myself to process, to heal, to think, to whatever, if that bothers you, then that shows me right there that you don't care about me, or you're not meant to be in my life, or, you know, you're not my true friend, or whatever it is, right? Because you guys have been in a deep state of the hermit mode. Something very painful happened in your life. And yes, life is full of pain and happiness for all humans, of course. So that's like, duh, but no. You'll know exactly what I mean, because this is not too far back. Like this is the 3 of Swords. So I'm going to say in the last 3 to 6, I'm going to say between the last like, well, 2025, but like last 3 to 6 months, 3 to 9 months, something painful happened for you. Some kind of loss. I just heard a job loss. So for some of you guys, it could have been an unexpected job loss, which to a Capricorn, that's detrimental. Like that's like, what? Like I lost my income, my job, my way of making money. I am seeing like, if that is you, I am seeing that like the universe, you might be going through that right now, actually. Because the eclipses, like we just moved through the eclipse portal, and the eclipses, that's what they do. They like come in and they clean house. They dredge up all the stuff that we all try to hide from and avoid. It's very uncomfortable, but it pulls it all up for it to be healed, noticed, or removed. But it can be very triggering, but then it like eclipses all this other stuff. So if you lost a job, or if you lost like a portion of your income, I'm seeing like a big, beautiful golden treasure chest full of gold coins, which should make you very happy, Capricorn, to hear that, because it's like, it's being replaced, like it's an upgrade. That's what it is. Thank you, Spirit. Through your hermit mode, the hermit card is a very spiritual energy. Like it's like when you basically go through something very difficult in your life, and it's something where like you have to move through it on your own. You have to, so something sent you into like a dark night of the soul, like a deeper spiritual awakening, like soul searching. It sent you into soul searching. It gave you enlightenment. The sun also speaks of enlightenment, which I had mentioned earlier before this card came out. Solitude, you're like, I just need alone time. I just need to do what I need to do and take care of what I need to take care of. But it also brings growth. It brings resolve. It says a guiding light. Because you can see how she's got her lantern. So it's like the light in the dark. It's the like the lighthouse, the light in the dark. It's the North Star. It's the true north. It's like your soul, the light. So you've been following literally the light, and because you followed the light through all of this darkness, now on some beautiful level, the light returns. And so going back to the upgrade. So now if you lost that job, it was immediately, or it will, or is being replaced with a much better job upgrade. If you went through some kind of separation, emotional pain, heartbreak, like breakup, divorce, whatever, it's because that was no longer obviously meant to be in your life. It was a season and a reason. It was a karmic lesson, and you learned the lesson. You let it go, and you had to move through the healing, and now the sun returns. Now the light is, it's like happiness and joy and bliss, and I'm hearing lovemaking. Okay. Oh, okay. So, okay, you guys, the heat, the fire, the heat, okay, the warmth, it is returning for sure. For sure, Capricorn. You're coming out of a very difficult time of your life, a very dark cycle of your life, okay? And now it's time for you to enjoy life. Like, I've been saying this for like over a year, you guys, but I was like, when 2026 comes, it's gonna be like the beginning of our real life. Like, meaning like everything prior was to basically get us to this point, right? So let's talk about that. Let's see what's coming into your life now. But yeah, you guys are very like, plus you're like, you know, through your pain and like through all this like inner discovery and self-reflection and soul searching and like spiritual awakening and like all the stuff that you've been doing, healing, your spiritual gifts are very open. I'm hearing mediumship, tarot card reader, tarot, like working with your gifts. I'm also hearing building a business. Okay, so for some of you guys, that's on your mind, or that's what you are, maybe that's what you've been up to, or that's what you've been like manifesting, like, okay. There could be, the word contemplation is on this card, the Hermit card. It says guiding light, and then it says contemplation. So I do feel that I'm kind of seeing that with you guys, Capricorn. Capricorns don't trust easily as it is. It's like Scorpios and, you know, a few other Libras. Libras are like, we see through everything, and we're like, if you're coming at us with anything other than like truth, we're going to smell it a million miles away. Capricorns are the same way, and so are Scorpios. And so I don't know what it is, but I feel like there's something that you might be contemplating or going back and forth about right now. But it feels like the reason you're going back and forth about it is because of some kind of trust issue. And that's a part of what you're healing, is like, you know, I can't live my whole life like not trusting because I was burned in the past. Like, that's what you're healing, you know? Oh my gosh, how funny, because it's the Magician. And it speaks of inception. Card number 1 is his major arcana. You have 1, 2, 3 major arcana. It's like, this is huge. The major arcana is basically like, it is like huge stuff. It is like basically the universe, like forces coming in and like letting you know what's going on. Like, versus like the 3 of Swords, this is a minor arcana. So it's like whatever's been going on that's been like so painful in your life, it was like it might seem big at the time in the moment, but like as time passes, in hindsight, you look back and you go, wow, that wasn't like, it got me here, and this is the big stuff. Like, that other stuff really didn't matter, even though in the moment it did matter, and it definitely serves its purpose. You know what I mean? So anyways, but this speaks of like inception, pre-manifestation, planning, establishing a clear vision, thoughts becoming things. Yeah. But see, the Magician is like someone who is a resourceful creator, but they know their power. Like, the Magician is a magician. Like, they know magic. They're powerful. They know their power. They've got all these tools. They got everything they need to create whatever they want, to bring in whatever they want, to manifest whatever they want. And this speaks of your willpower, your influence, being a master manifester. Capricorns are master manifestors. because it's like once you put your mind to something, you don't stop until you achieve it. But I feel like, you know, now you guys are manifesting stuff that you actually desire and want, stuff that actually brings you light instead of pain and darkness. Okay. Concentration, resourceful intellect. Yeah. You guys are very concentrated on something right now. Like, I don't know. It feels good though, you know, and you know, wherever you are concentrating on like negative, you know, whatever, you know, obviously like try to let that go, but you've manifested some really powerful things into your life, and you are in the moment. Like you have your sights set on things, your vision set on things, and you're like, that's what I want. Because the more you go through life and you experience things that you don't want, it brings more enlightenment, right, to the things you do want. Okay. It's like it's just, right? When I know what I don't want, I know what I do want, you know? Okay. So for Capricorn, tell me about, okay, so let's go in, we're at 25 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up now. Yeah, okay, so if this is your message, guys, I keep seeing 777 and 888. 919, I'm seeing 919, 143, 222, 818. Okay, so these could all be, you know, relevant or whatever. Ooh, this card just came out, Messenger of Swords, playing mind games. Gossip, sarcastic, cynical, not speaking your truth, having nothing to say. I feel like that's what you guys are. I feel like that's the kind of energy you guys are like done with. I feel like you're just like drama, mind games, gossip, you know, immaturity, like people who are negative or cynical or just have nothing nice to say. Like, I'm done. Like, I need positive. I need sunshine. I need light. Okay. Notice she's on the horse, and this is a card of energy, fire energy. This is like feminine energy. So there's something about a divine feminine, feminine fire, feminine light, whether that's you or someone connected to you. But yeah, you're just like, I'm going to stay in the light. I'm going to stay in the warmth. I'm going to stay where it feels good. I'm not, no, you know what I mean? So that's what you're manifesting. But I feel like there's someone maybe that kind of keeps an eye on you, because the messenger, like the Page of Swords is kind of that energy of like spying or watching and learning. So it's like, I'm watching something and I'm learning, you know, I'm seeing something and I'm learning, but it is a card of like spying also. We have the King of Wands. Okay, so now we have a king. Oh, we have two kings. There's your energy, Capricorn. King of Coins, King of Pentacles. What did I say? You guys, look at this card, the King of Wands. What's the very first thing I started channeling in this message about the cardinal signs and how you're a natural born leader? And look at this card. It says natural born leader. Very first thing. And that's who the King of Wands is. This is these are very powerful divine masculine energies, by the way. So we have fire and earth. This is like the King of Wands energy. Like he's a go-getter. He's fire. He's charismatic. He's funny. He's handsome. You know, he's but like when he sets his mind on something or his eyes on something, like he goes after it. Like he gets it. Okay. Like no one else is gonna get what King of Wands wants, what he wants and what he desires. He's also he's a leader. He's innovative. He's inspiring. You know, he can lead a crowd. He can, you know, oftentimes, like, I mean, this isn't like the best example, but like a charismatic leader, like cult leaders, like famous cult leaders, like you know, oh, they have a lot of charisma and da-da-da. Like that's how, okay, think that's like King of Wands vibe, except I'm not talking about cults and cult leaders. I'm giving that as an example. But yeah, like if he's in his shadow and he wants to be manipulative, absolutely. And I feel like you've kind of dealt with people like that. I just feel like you've dealt with a lot of manipulative people, like, and you're done being manipulated. You're done being manipulated. You're done being gaslit, and you're ready. You could also be an entrepreneur. But I feel like there's a King of Wands that has a King of Coins. So also someone very wealthy, well off, well established, like they're solid, like financially, and you know, he's the richest king in all the land. So that's right up your alley, right? So I also feel like let's say you are a woman tuning in, divine feminine, like this is about your own inner masculine. Like your inner masculine is lit up, like, but you're vibing with both inner masculine and feminine, yin and yang in balance, basically. So you're cultivating a lot of like energy and fire and momentum, but you're also like working hard, but you're staying grounded, and you know, you're creating the stability, and it's like all like, you know, I'm hearing coming full circle, like things are coming full circle in your life. And I'm also hearing soulmates, soulmates, soulmates. So let's get into that right now, okay? Because yeah, we're already 30 minutes in. I'll go for like another few minutes and then we will end it. The ultimate provider and a natural born leader. Okay, so, you know, I do have dominant, predominant, like divine feminine energy on the channel, but I'm also speaking to a lot of you divine masculines right now. But I feel like there is a really powerful masculine king energy, someone who is hardworking, someone who is dependable, someone who is stable and secure, someone who does make things happen, who is like, you know, charismatic and successful and passionate and a visionary, and they're creative. I feel like you've met your match. That's what I want to say. I feel like you've met your match, or you're about to meet your match. Because let me get my, let me find my romance angel. Where did I put my love cards? Where did I put my little love cards here? Hold on, guys. What the heck? Oh, sorry, hold on. I forgot. I was traveling and I had to take my cards with me, and so I have them in my travel bag right here for my cards. Okay. And then, you know, I think I'm going to end your reading with, let's get a message from the flowers also. Okay. So Capricorns, you guys are earth signs, so let's go ahead and see. Ooh, swiftness. Things are happening swift. Ooh, there's some kind of meeting. There's some kind of meeting that's happening very fast. Very quickly. Okay, the King of Wands, he brings speed. He's fire. Fire is like a momentous, like accelerated energy. Like think of like when you build a fire, it starts like, you know, slow, and then you add to the fire, and it, right, you're in control of like how big you want the fire to be, how big you want the flames to be, or how little you want the flames to be. So the King of Wands, he brings the heat. He brings the passion. I'm getting very, like, didn't I hear lovemaking? I did. There is something so passionate in your life that is coming into your life. I do not feel like it's happened yet. I feel like this is that rush of energy. I feel like it's rushing in March, honestly. I feel like March. Like, I don't know, like, so anytime in March, okay? Yeah, look, the marigolds is on the bottom of the deck. Admiration, someone admires you, secret admirer. That ties into the Page of Swords, like I said, like maybe someone watching. It also speaks of communication or a message, but someone admire. There's it, sensuality. I'm telling you guys, there's something so strong. There is something so strong. Moths can be significant. Hummingbirds could be significant. The hummingbird also speaks of rapid speed, swiftness, protection. You have some kind of divine connection. You're also under divine protection. Vision. There's the sunflowers. So you have the sun and the sunflowers. Wow. So you have a lot of really powerful, beautiful, like happy energy, like all around you, Capricorn. And maybe you aren't experiencing it quite yet, but you're about to be. You're about to be. See this huge mountain? And then see in this card how the mountain is farther away. And then in these two cards, there's literally like no mountains. So it's like the mountains that you've been climbing, the difficulties, the blocks, you know, all that stuff. It's been getting farther and farther away as each day passes. And it's like now you're moving into this season of life, or this, you know, yes, the season of life, and maybe a partnership or something where that there's no mountains. It's just open, beautiful fields and, you know, valleys and rivers and like, you know what I mean? Like that. Okay. So I'm going to put, hold on, let me put this over here. And let's end with the romance angels. So anyways, you guys, this is what I've got for you, Cappies. So, you know, very similar energies kind of flow throughout the whole collective, you know. But I know you guys have been really, the cardinal signs got rocked in 2025 and 2024. you know, it just depends on how stubborn you are. And, you know, it just depends on when you finally were like, oh my gosh, like I can't live like this anymore. I'm done, you know. And now us cardinal signs, we are the natural born leaders, you know. And I feel like that's too, like, so we're the ones actually leading the collective, like, into the new earth right now. Like, we are, you know, as far as the zodiacs go. And I feel like there's a divine masculine here who really wants to make something happen here. Yeah, look, bottom of the deck. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So, I just heard, I'm done working on things. Okay, so for some of you guys, it's just further confirmation of the past and like, just like, no, I'm done. Like, someone might be returning from the past being like, can you give me a chance or whatever? And you're like, no, I'm done. But for me, what this is the King of Wands, King of Coins. For me, this is the same person. Or there could be two different people. Honestly, there could be like, you know, this could be like a twin flame and like a past life soulmate. I mean, these are high vibrational soulmates. It's not karmic. That karmic is what you did over here. That's what you've been healing from. You're done with that. Now you're like attracting in like your true, you know, that's why you're so protected too. So I don't know. Let's go ahead and see. Romantic feelings. Yeah. So there's like a lot of like just very sensual, sexual, like passionate, getting to know each other, you know, getting close, very joyful, blissful, organic, like the real deal. That's what it is. It's the real deal. That's what this is. Like you are calling in the real deal. That's a part of what you're manifesting. And it says your feelings are real and they are worth exploring. So that could be just like confirmation for some of you guys. I also feel like this masculine, like these energies here, like I feel like it's like, I feel like they're like some kind of like enlightenment, clarity, epiphany, an aha moment of maybe a feminine, because he's like leaning, you know, he's coming up behind her, he's grabbing her and she's kind of like leaning into him. So I feel like it is the masculine who's initiating something here. And it's like, wow, these are real feelings. Like this is real. I want to explore this. I want to go deeper. And then bottom of the deck is heart-to-heart conversations. Yeah. It says, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So there's some kind of honest, open, like, again, heart to heart, like we're getting to know each other, we're going deeper, like that kind of energy. Okay, so this could be like someone new, this could be someone, like I said, returning from the past. But if it's someone from your past, it's someone that you would want to hear from. It's not someone that you're like, ugh, you know. And then look, calling in your soulmate. Yeah, you're calling in your soulmate. Like I said, the more you know what you don't want, the more you know what you do want. Right? And so you've been calling this in, and the angels are absolutely delivering. There's some really beautiful alignment when it comes to love. Just in general, there's a beautiful alignment here for you, Capricorn. But you definitely like had to go through some very painful stuff to get to the other side of the mountain, basically. Like, you know, and you had to do it on your own. And that's what I mean by like, you're not sacrificing your happiness or your desires or your dreams or your goals. You're not doing that. Like if people don't add value and lift you up and like, you know, like connect with you in those ways, like if they don't bring value and add value and like that kind of a way into your life, it's a hard pass. And you're just at that place now, which is where all of that pain in the past was meant to get you to in the first place. So congratulations. You know, you guys, yeah, look, I just felt called to split the deck real fast and see what was right in the middle. And look what I opened it to. It is safe for you to love. And then I just heard it is safe for you to love this person. So whoever this soulmate is that you're like calling in or whatever, or who's calling you in, right? It says, open your heart to give and to receive the highest energy of all, which is love. So there's something here where this soulmate, whoever this is, it's like, this is safe. You can trust this. Remember I talked about trust. Your feelings are real. This is real. This is the real deal. And you can feels safe by honestly being open and truthful and honestly discussing feelings, etc. with this person. So I'm leaving it here. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your loving support, for every like, comment, for hyping the video, for sharing, all the things. If you want to book one-on-one with me, all of my different reading options, services, healing stuff, you guys, because I'm a priestess, I'm a healer, and that's kind of like, you know, like not just like not like a tarot reader, like psychic medium, like healer, you know. So anyway, so everything's in the description box. If you have questions or whatever, just send me an email and we will get you set up. But I'm gonna leave it here. So happy March. Have a beautiful rest of your month, your day. I will be doing another reading for you guys this month, so stay tuned for that. And then make sure you're like subscribed and have the notification bell on and stuff, because I do like collective messages almost daily, or I want to do them daily again. So anyways, okay guys, have a beautiful day. Mwah.